you. Good day.
Thank you, Bashar, and I appreciate your transmission this morning.
Again, it is our passion and our pleasure. Please speak up.
Thank you. I had some questions about the shift that's going on for humans right now and how it's affecting the world at large, and maybe also how it's affecting you, if it is.
It's not that it's affecting the world at large in the sense that it is actually having an impact upon one particular reality. It is representative of an option of many different realities converging together to give everyone a choice to decide what it is they prefer. So just because you can observe all the different choices being made, you are actually not necessarily affected by them if you remain in the reality you prefer. The idea is that, yes, it is an opportunity to recognize that energy is flowing in different ways, but also at the same time, it is something we are helping to balance by adding our own energy to give you better opportunities and ease of choice in terms of what reality you really prefer, as opposed to those that you really don't. So remember that you never change the world you're on. You change yourself, and you start shifting more and more in the direction of another version of Earth that simultaneously coexists with all other versions, that is simply more reflective of the vibration you have created within your own being. But for a while, you will still be capable of seeing the different choices of the different realities that people are choosing. But it's like looking at these different realities through glass walls, so that while you can see things that are not necessarily vibrationally compatible with what you prefer, it doesn't mean that the effect of those things can in any way, shape, or form reach you. So the overall impact, to use your word, is the impact now of recognizing the freedom to choose more clearly, by contrast, what it is you prefer instead of what you don't. Does that help?
It does. I've kind of wrapped my mind around it as understanding that it's a shift from lower vibration to higher vibrations, and it's kind of played out that way in my life, and I see that playing out now in society at large.
For those that are choosing it that way, yes. For others that are choosing other things, they may in fact stay in the vibrational state they've always been in, or they may in fact actually even lower their vibrations based on the choices they make, based on their own belief systems, whether they are positive or negative belief systems. So you may see more and more and more of those choosing positive beliefs that are in the direction you prefer gaining ground bit by bit, but that just means you're starting to navigate yourself through more and more versions of Earth that are more and more positive.
Okay.
Eventually, that's all you will see. And eventually, those that are choosing other versions of Earth will no longer be visible to you. It doesn't mean they won't be experiencing things. It just means you will truly no longer be a part of their reality.
That's definitely already happening in my life. There's a lot of negativity that just is gone now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
I think that's it.
Oh, all right. Well, we thank you very much for your interaction.
You're welcome.
Good day.
Good day.
And good day to you.
Ha-tu, Bashar.
Ha-tu.
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 Yes. Not ha-tu. Ha-tu.
Ha-tu.
Yes.
So, often while I'm walking in a forest, I pretend that I'm meeting big animals like bear or a giant moose, etc.
All right.
And the idea that I can be a friend or more like playmates with them. And I feel it's important for me to keep my overall energy state of being aligned and balanced for that to work out.
Yes. At the same time, you must respect that they have their own energy, their own alignment, their own understanding of what's going on. So all we're simply saying is, while it's all well and good to continue the practice as you have outlined it, don't be foolhardy. Yes?
Yeah, I totally understand. So I haven't been interacting with those animals, but with dolphins and many domesticated animals I have. And I feel that this is actually one of the ways that I am preparing for contact with ETs.
Yes.
To monitor my energy while being around them.
Well, yes, absolutely. Especially the idea of the dolphin and whale energy, as we have talked about many times, because they are sentient in similar ways to humans, and they are telepathically connected to other extraterrestrial races, especially those connected to your star system of Sirius. So interacting with dolphins and whales is very good practice to be able to allow yourself to acclimatize or acclimate to extraterrestrial frequencies, because the dolphins and whales are already very used to doing that.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yes.
Is there other types of animals here on Earth that would be a close representation of Jael or hybrid kids energy that I could play out with, just for fun, of course?
Well, if you're going to be specifically pointing out the vibration of the Yael and the Shalanaya, the children that will live among you, that may be something that no animal on your planet really specifically carries the vibration of, but perhaps again, some of the dolphin energy will contain that. And here and there, you may find that cats may contain some of that frequency as well. So you can play around with that if you wish.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes.
I had a quasi-physical meeting with a being in Germany in 2014. And at that time, I gave it a description of being a forest spirit of some kind.
Yes, well, there are elementals all around you. It's just that not often do you have the vibrational frequency in many humans to perceive them. And of course, they can make themselves visible or invisible as well.
Yeah. But lately I've been thinking maybe it also could be extraterrestrial being that I met.
More elemental.
Okay.
Rather than extraterrestrial. Now, do remember, elementals may have connections to extra-dimensional and extraterrestrial beings, and you may be picking up on some of the vibration of their connection in meeting an elemental, but what you experienced as we read your energy was more directly simply an elemental spirit.
Uh-huh. Is it typical for humans to choose to give a physical form to first meetups with the ETs, more Earth-like?
It is not so much that the humans give them that form, it's that very often the ETs will project a form from your own consciousness that you're more comfortable with.
Yeah. But could it also be in other cases when we are not comfortable with the energies that we are giving them some animals we are afraid of form as well to run away from, that we wouldn't actually see you as ETs?
Yes, and that's why many people report encounters with beings that they remember as owls or deer or things like that, because again, the extraterrestrials understand that you may be frightened, and so they may project telepathically into your mind and draw from your mind a symbol of something that would be similar in quality, but that you wouldn't be afraid to interact with or remember.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
So a few years ago, you had a Bashar 2.0, and I felt your energy after that being an upgraded version, so to speak, and
Yes.
also being available for download. Would it be a new shift like this, like in Bashar 3.0?
There will come that point, yes. As you accelerate, we reflect the idea of the acceleration. Now, you're going through a very, very accelerated time at this point, going through what we have called this passage, the eye of the needle, coming out the other side, for many of you, with a higher vibration. And therefore, on the other side of this, you may start experiencing what you might euphemistically refer to as aspects of Bashar 3.0. But right now, you're still going through the passage.
Yep, for sure. Thank you so much. That was
You are welcome. It is our pleasure.
Thank you.
G'day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
How you going?
Perfect, and you?
Yeah, going really good. Really excited to chat to you.
All right, please begin however you so desire.
Hey, yeah, I wanted to ask a few questions. Like, one of the questions was kind of to do with about knowingness.
Yes?
And you've said before that you, I think you're referring to us too, but you say you know what you need to know when you need to know it.
Yes.
Um,
You are gaining experience with that idea so that you don't necessarily have to use the concept of memory in the way that you've been using it. You will know through synchronicity exactly what you need to know, exactly at the moment you need to know it. Not a second before, but not a second later. This will become more common as your species accelerates its vibration.
all right. So I wanted to kind of put that to the test to understand the parameters of how that worked a bit more. And like, so and like, it might be the case that because you've already pointed it out, in given circumstances,
Yes.
the relevant information will come through, as you stated. But I was going to say, like, let's say if you're in a circumstance where there was a hard drive and you couldn't recover the password through conventional means,
Yes.
could you use your intuition and your knowingness to understand what the password was?